Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Today, we'll be talking about this fish next to me. This is the ocean sunfish. It belongs to the genus Mola and species Mola, making its scientific name Mola mola, almost rivaling the western lowland gorilla's awesome scientific name Gorilla gorilla gorilla. The first thing you might think of when you see this fish is that it looks incomplete, like it's only half a fish. So, they look pretty stupid, especially with their eyes, like they experienced war crimes back in World War II. But while they look stupid now, these fellas grow up to 10 feet long and up to 14 feet tall from dorsal to anal fin tip, so I'd bet you'd be terrified if you ran into one. Fortunately for you though, they average around 6 feet long and 8 feet tall, so they're still bigger than you, just not big enough to break any fish records. But unfortunately for you, they are the heaviest bony fish, weighing around 2,200 pounds on average, with the heaviest recorded weight being nearly 6,000 pounds. So laugh at them all you want right now, but when one of them falls on you, you'll look just like one of them, except even smaller than their average. These molas are usually multicolored, with a mixture of gray, silver, and white, and can actually change color when under stress or under attack by a predator like a sea lion, orca, or big shark. Fun fact, did you know? In California, their sea lions may tear off the fins of smaller ocean sunfish and use their finless bodies like frisbees? Pretty cruel, but I mean, that's nature. What can you do? Like, imagine you took the limbs off an armadillo and used its nugget body as a bowling ball. You'd be a psychopath. But not for sea lions, no. Most of the time though, only the more average-sized sunfish can be eaten by these predators, since the bigger adults are just way too big to be threatened by anything but the largest predators. Ocean sunfish are found in temperate, meaning mild, and tropical oceans around the world. To swim around, they waggle their dorsal and anal fins and use their clavis to steer to change direction. Now, you might think these guys have gotta be super slow, drifting wherever the ocean current takes them, but they seem to also be capable of fast bursts of speeds, reaching speeds as high as around 13 miles an hour. They have also been seen swimming closer along the ocean surface, and can do so when their bodies become infested with parasites, with over 40 different types of parasites being recorded to feast on the fish. They'll allow other small fishes to get rid of and eat the parasites on them, and by the ocean surface, seagulls can come by and eat the parasites too. But without their handy little helpers, on their own, they'll sometimes even jump up to 10 feet out of the water to shake the pesky buggers off. When they don't go that high though, they look pretty stupid, like look at this. It flew up like 2 inches and fell down. The other sunfish are probably laughing at it like, bro can even jump a foot high, lol. Sunfish? More like, lame fish, haha, yeah, good one. Ocean sunfish eat a variety of organisms like small fish, crustaceans, squids, algae, and zooplankton like salps, but they preferably eat jellyfishes, which are made almost entirely out of water. This makes jellyfish low in calories and nutrients, meaning the mola must eat a massive number of jellyfish to support itself. How many do they have to eat? I don't know. I'm not gonna do the math. But because they can't really chew, the mola has to suck their food in and out of its mouth, shredding it with the spiny teeth in their throats until the food is in small enough chunks to eat. We don't know exactly how fast they grow, especially in the wild, but one ocean sunfish kept at the Monterey Bay Aquarium gained around 800 pounds in only 14 months, possibly showing its fast growth rate. But this might not represent an accurate typical growth rate of the species, since this was only one individual mola that was fed by caretakers in an artificial setting. The life cycle of the ocean sunfish starts at a tiny little egg around 1.3 millimeters out of the 300 million eggs that a female ocean sunfish can produce at a single time, making them number 1 in number of eggs produced by any vertebrate. Ocean sunfish on top, baby! Because of the fact that their eggs must be fertilized externally, the adults have to meet together when it's mating season. After the eggs all hatch together, the mola larvae swim together as a group to escape any potential predators. They grow pretty fast, and when they become young, juvenile molas, they can still travel together as a school to eat and as protection. When they finally grow up to be adult molas, because of their now massive size and Michael Phelps-like swimming skills, they more often travel alone by themselves other than for the mating season. They pretty much become lone wolves that meet up just to do the deed and leave. Ocean sunfish are pretty chill with humans, sometimes getting curious and coming up to us, but they're relatively harmless and don't intentionally cause any harm. However, on our end, fishing boats using drift gill nets can hurt these fish, cutting their skin and scraping off the protective mucus on their bodies. And, similarly to sea turtles, because of how plastic bags kind of resemble jellyfish, the mollusks try to eat them and suffocate as a result of their failed attempt to eat. And even if they don't suffocate, because they can't digest the plastic, the bags fill up their stomach, starving and killing them. It's clearly a lose-lose situation when it comes to eating plastic bags, but they're not smart enough to know these aren't jellyfish. They see something that looks like a jellyfish, and they eat the thing that looks like a jellyfish. So, please be nice to these big guys. Use your own reusable bags if you can, or dispose of the plastic bags you do use properly. A lot of people don't like ocean sunfish because they think they're creepy or ugly, but I, for one, love all sea life, even dolphins, despite the spawns of Satan they really are. I know your secret. But anyway, that's all for today's lesson. I'll see you next time.